All right, I chose to read the play Eurydice by Sarah Roll. I believed when reading this play, I believe the concept was choosing between love and loss. Eurydice had to choose between going back to the surface with Orpheus or staying in the underworld with her father. Eurydice is described as a young woman who is very sweet, in love with Orpheus. She loves books and she's always truthful. Orpheus is a young musician very much in love with Eurydice. When Eurydice passes away on the day of their wedding, he goes to the underworld to save her. Eurydice's father is another important character in this play. He watches Eurydice live her life from the underworld, and he has been able to keep his memories and learn to read while in the underworld. Hades, another important character, the king of the underworld, and he is, throughout the whole play, the mastermind of the tragic story that happens with Eurydice and Orpheus. For the said, I wanted to kind of take it at set it in the Regency era. I wanted the surface world to be bright and lively and keep it in like a ballroom setting. The underworld, I did like that she wanted it to resemble Alice in Wonderland, so I did keep that take. I wanted it to still be colorful but more dull. And as for the elevator, I still wanted it to be there in the background. For the lighting, I wanted, like I said before, I wanted the upper world to contrast the underworld in brightness. Like I wanted the underworld, although colorful, to still be dull. And no matter what form he takes, because Hades does change in multiple scenes, I wanted there to be a slight red hue every time he shows up to hint to the audience that that is in fact Hades. And there are letters that are read from Eurydice's father, and I did want that to be spotlighted every single time a character would read the letters. For the sound, I did want it to be an orchestra. I wanted it to be in the ballroom. So in the upper world, I wanted it to be upbeat and lively and fun, especially during the wedding scene. And when it moves to the underworld, I want it to become more slow and more eerie. So for costuming, I did want Eurydice to be wearing a long blue gown similar to the one in the picture, because blue symbolizes her confidence and her truthful nature. I want Eurydice to be soft and elegant, and she should look very approachable. For Orpheus, I want him to be wearing a frock coat and trousers, similar to, again, the picture. And I want him to be carrying his lyre with him because he is a musician and that is his main focus. He should also look kind and youthful. For the key moment of the play, one of the big moments is when Eurydice has to choose between staying in the underworld with her father or going back to the living with Orpheus. Her father does end up convincing her to go back with Orpheus. So I want this whole scene to be suspenseful. I want it to have the audience just captivated overall. Um, so as Orpheus and Eurydice are nearing the elevator to exit, I want the music to be loud and give hope that they're going to make it as the elevator doors open. But Eurydice does end up calling to Orpheus, which causes him to turn around, and that was the deal that Hades made. As long as he does not look back at her, they can leave in peace. So in that moment, I just want the music to completely stop and the lights just turn off. And the only thing showing is a spotlight and their hands just ripping away from each other to show that like a big like gasping moment. And in conclusion, I want my concept to be able to keep the audience on the edge of their seat. The story of Orpheus and Eurydice is a very known myth, and I did enjoy the Rule's take on it overall, that it focused more on Eurydice. And the story shows the difficulty between choosing love and dealing with loss. Thank you so much.